Greetings, all. So tonight I wanted to talk about how narcissists want credit for doing the right thing. And I do believe that intertwined in that is, now you owe me. Because narcissists never do anything without expecting something in return. And most often, if they do something for you, they're already thinking about how you owe them and what kind of payment they're going to get. Even if they're working on a board that is supposed to help people, they will say things to make it seem like, one, you did something wrong, because they're never wrong. And they want credit for doing what they're supposed to do. That is a clear indication you are dealing with a narcissist. And again, like I've said, you cannot have a psychopath without having a narcissist. The reverse is not true. So, they will go over things they did for you that was a requirement of the foundation. That was a requirement of being a social worker. That was a requirement of being a police officer. That was a requirement of being a firefighter. You ever heard that expression, "That's my job"? You will never hear that from a narcissist, ever. They live in you owe me land. They're calculating transactions in their mind. They have no moral compass. They have no true ethics. They only do things to help other people so they can get prestige, so they can be the head of a foundation, or the mouthpiece, or the PR representative, because they need the power. They need the credit. They need to control the narrative. They need to control how people see them, to control their legacy. Their legacy. They want credit for doing the right thing. I remember when I was younger and my mother had passed. And my sister, I do not think she was a narcissist. Of course, I took care of the whole funeral, because, I had a total of 3 sisters, 2 brothers. I was 27 years old. I took care of the whole funeral. My dad did some of the logistical things. I don't think it was fair that I had to do all of that. I was glad to help my father. When I tell you, not one of my sisters, all older, by the way, wanted to jump in and help. I got no help at all. 0. So I'm having a phone conversation with my sister around that time. And she said, "Well, at least I went to the funeral." I'll never forget that. And again, I don't think she was a narcissist. At the time, I said to some of my family members, I'm like, "What does she want, a cookie?" She went to her own mother's funeral? But that's very much like the narcissist. They always want, they have to be acknowledged. They have to have awards. They have to have titles. You have to acknowledge their narrative of what happened. They're in charge. Not really, but they want you to agree that they are Oz. They are Oz. Genuflect, as my father used to say. Genuflect. They always want credit for doing the right thing. If you ever see this, you should, 1, run, or 2, just quietly acknowledge it.